Good morning. My name is Roald and I am here to talk about a book I wrote. Matilda will suddenly make your eyes pop. By 1.5, her speech was perfect. Her parents called her a noisy chatterbox and told her that girls should be seen and not heard. By 3, Matilda taught herself to read by studying newspapers and magazines. At 4, Matilda could read fast unwanted books. But Matilda's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Winwood, were not the most supportive.
A book? What do you want a flaming book for? What's wrong with a telly, for heaven's sake? We've got a lovely telly with a 12-inch screen, and now you come asking for a book? You're getting spoiled, my girl. Don't you ever stop reading? What is this trash? Filth. If it's by an American, it's certain to be filth. That's all they write about. I'm fed up with your reading anyway. Go and find yourself something useful to do.
It's not trash, Daddy. It's lovely. It's called The Red Pony. It's by John Steinbeck, an American writer. Why don't you try it? You'll love it. It's about... With frightening suddenness, he now began ripping the pages in handfuls and throwing them in the wastepaper basket. And then, when Matilda mentally calculated her father's profits for the day...
Don't give me that rubbish! Of course you looked. You must have looked. No one in the world could give the right answer just like that, especially a girl. You're a little cheat, madame. That's what you are, a cheat and a liar.
When Miss Honey Raj had a genius in her class, she decided to visit Matilda's parents.
Mr. Wormwood, if you think some rotten TV program is more important than your daughter's future, then you ought not to be a parent. Why don't you switch that darn thing off and listen to me? I came to tell you that Matilda has a brilliant mind. I believe she is a genius.
Ha! I'm not in favor of blue stocking girls. A girl should think about making herself look attractive so she can get a good husband later on. Looks is more important than books, Miss Hunky. Now, look at me. Then look at you. You chose books, and I chose looks. And who's finished up the better off? Me, of course. I'm sitting pretty in a nice house with a successful businessman, and you're left slaving away, teaching a lot of nasty little children the ABC. A girl doesn't get a man by being brainy and going to university.
If you had a heart attack this minute and had to call a doctor, that doctor would be a university graduate. If you got sued for selling someone a rotten second-hand car, you'd have to get a lawyer, and he'd be a university graduate too. Do not despise clever people, Mr. and Mrs. Wormwood. But I can see we're not going to agree. I'm sorry I burst in on you like this.
When she marched, Miss Trunchbull never walked. She always marched like a stormtrooper with long strides and arms extended. When she marched along a corridor, you could actually hear her snorting as she went. And if a group of children happened to be in her path, she'd glide right on through them like a tank, with small people bouncing off her to left and right.
A few days ago, during prayers, the Trunchbull suddenly started scratching herself like mad down below. Aha, I said to myself, here we go. She's changed for gym already. It was pretty wonderful to be sitting there watching it all and knowing that I was the only person in the whole school who knew exactly what was going on inside the Trunchbull's pants. And I felt safe too. I knew I couldn't be caught, and the scratching got worse. She couldn't stop. She must have thought she had a wasp's nest down there. And then, right in the middle of the Lord's Prayer, she leapt up, grabbed her bottom, and rushed out of the room. This is a war. We are the Crusaders. The Trunchbull is the Prince of Darkness, the foul serpent, the fiery dragon.
When the Trunchbull found out that Bruce Bogtrotter had stolen a piece of her cake,
this clout, this blackhead, this foul carbuncle, this poisonous bastard that you see before me is none other than a disgusting criminal, a denizen of the underworld, a member of the mafia, a thief, a crook, a pirate, a brigand, a rustler. Do you deny it, you miserable little gumboil? Do you plead not guilty? I'll tell you what I'm talking about, you separating little blister. Yesterday morning, during break, you sneaked like a serpent into a kitchen and stole a slice of my private chocolate cake from my tea tray. That tray was prepared for me, personally, by the cook. It was my morning snack. And as for the cake, it was my private stock. That was not a boy's cake. Don't think for 1 minute I'm going to eat the filth I gave to you. That cake was made from real butter and real cream. And he, that robber bandit, that safecracker, that highwayman standing over there with his socks around his ankles, stole it and ate it.
It's good, isn't it? Have another. I said, have another. Eat another slice. Do as you're told. Eat. If I tell you to eat, you will eat. You wanted cake, you stole cake, and now you've got cake. What's more, you're going to eat it. You do not leave this platform, and nobody leaves this hall until you've eaten that entire cake that's sitting in front of you. Do I make myself clear, Bogtrotter? Do you get my meaning? Eat, eat, eat!
You ignorant slug! You witless wig! You empty-headed hamster! You stupid glove of glue! You witless snake! Say it! 2 sevens are 14! Or I'll start jerking your hair up and down! And I'll have enough of it to stuff a sofa! Get on it, boy! Say 2 sevens are 14 and I'll let it to go! Get up and stop whimpering!
I don't like small people. Small people should never be seen by anybody. They should be kept out of sight in boxes like hairpins and buttons. I cannot for the life of me see why children have to take so long to grow
young man, but let me tell you something. You're not invisible. I'll very soon rob you out if you try getting clever with me.